Alright, in this story, we learn about a girl called Halima. When Halima was 10 years old, she became quite ill. This illness of hers, however, was not just an ordinary illness. The village healer told her that she had been possessed by a genie, a benevolent infant genie who would be of help to her and the village. Following this diagnosis, Halima became very popular. The story of her genie became known from one end of the village to the other. It was believed that Halima had the power to foretell the future and heal the sick. As time went on, Halima completely immersed herself in that role. She would at times go into a trance and talk to herself, and sometimes she would even cry. People would think that she was conversing with the genie. Halima made the people believe that the parents of that infant genie would visit her during those times. Halima became the treasure of the community. She was their good luck charm. As she grew older, a question that many people pondered on was who would marry Halima. Who would be brave enough to marry a woman possessed by a genie? Of course, everybody expected her to get married. As a woman, her usefulness to the community boiled down to one thing: marriage and thereafter childbearing. I mean, what was she supposed to do? Become her own person? However, when Halima reached the age of marriage, a problem arose. She did not want to get married. There were men brave enough to present themselves as her potential husband, the village healer being one of them. Yes, the one who had diagnosed her when she was 10 years old. But Halima just did not want to get married. Her mind could not be changed, and they just let her be. After all, she was the village's lucky charm. The clan continued to prosper, and due to the success of her family, it was believed that it was because of her and her genie. Halima quite enjoyed the position she held in the village. Because of her powers, she was summoned to the capital. When she reached the capital, she found out that most powerful positions in government were held by members of her clan. It is said that it all started when one member of the clan gained a powerful position. He called members of the clan one after the other and allocated to them positions of power in government. After some time, the whole government was being ran by Halima's clansmen. Now, they basically did whatever they wanted, and anyone who stood in the way was eliminated. Even though they were very successful and held a lot of power, they still wanted a little extra protection offered by Halima. When she settled in the capital, Halima was quick to put her powers into action. She had some requests and needed to perform some rituals, which included offering some animal sacrifices. She requested the construction of a slaughterhouse along the shore, and all the other slaughterhouses were closed down. She also requested the centralization of the city water system, so all the water consumed came from one source. She'd perform a ritual so that every person who drank this water would turn a blind eye to the corruption and not raise any questions. The slaughterhouse constructed was close to the beach, and blood would be directed to the ocean. After a while, sharks were drawn to the side of the beach, which was the most popular beach. After a few deadly encounters with sharks, the people abandoned the beach and it just became shark territory, and people just had to stop having fun. Halima continued to gain popularity among the government people and was given more responsibility. She thought of a very brilliant idea. In order to keep the people subdued, they created shortages of basic commodities. If the people were too busy struggling to make ends meet, they would not have time to think or even look at the activities that the government was engaging in. The clan leaders could live very comfortably and not worry about public scrutiny. Halima was a real tactical mastermind. 20 years have passed now since Halima went to the city. The clan is still prosperous and Halima continues to perform her rituals. The rest of the nation, however, is struggling more than ever, and it gets worse year by year. And should someone be brave or aware enough to raise questions, Halima's spells and magic take care of the person. That is government by magic spell.